because no stone, no sacrifice should ever be left alone.
Who served and fought for our homeland since time immemorial. They carried truth, unity, kinship in their hearts. They fought for not their chevrons, not their medals, but the home territory that we walk on, that is so-called Turtle Island. I'd like to thank all my family members and all your family members for those who fought and protected with their sacrifice our home island, Turtle Island. Hey.
Tanche, hello and Michif, the language of my ancestors. As a proud Métis in uniform, I carry with me my ancestors from the Red River settlement and their stories of land stewardship, cultural strength, and resilience. It is my honor today to welcome you on the land where we work, play, call home, because it's the bedrock of our everything. Long before the buildings and streets rose up around us, this land, Amisquichy-Waskagan, Beaver Hills House, known today as Edmonton, was alive with the laughter and wisdom of many First Peoples and the Métis. We gathered in harmony, nurturing a deep connection to the river valley and the sacred and holy ground of Rossdale. It was a place of gathering, hunting, home fire teachings from the ancestors that were passed down through the generations. If you live in Alberta or elsewhere in Canada that signed treaty, we are all treaty people, bound by the promises made long ago, promises of mutual respect, stewardship, and friendship. In the spirit of reconciliation, I invite you to seek out your First Nations, Inuit, and Métis neighbors, share each other's cultures, listen to their stories, and become an active ally. Embrace the rich tapestries of culture that enriches our communities, but also the land that nourishes us all. To all my relations, may the land be with you. As we gather today, let us take a moment now to remember our shared ancestors and the war heroes, including our Indigenous veterans laid to rest across Canada. May their sacrifice be honored, their stories remembered, and may they rest in peace. Least we forget. Kichi Marci, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that emotional message. Thank you for that.
I'd now like to introduce Christina Hollingworth, who will perform O Canada in Cree.
Kakanetak kikino kitaskino sakahitoin kichawasemasak kimamichinawak maminchimawak kichikawitaino otaochen nidisco casidos katinan no tawinan gana with ita kakanitak nitaskinan oma kakanitak nitaskinan
Thank you, Christina. I now would like to invite everyone here to join together in singing O Canada in English. There's no music, so I'll start it. O Canada, our home and native land, truth, hatred, love, in all Well, the purpose of today's event is actually, it's twofold here. It's being live streamed to students right across Canada, as we mentioned. And the importance of this is to pass along just how important our military history has been and will be in the future. It also helps students understand why it's so important to remember.
The second focus, and the one that really makes the connection for young people with those who have served, youth in attendance here today will lay poppies on the headstones of more than 4,000 men and women who served in Canada's armed forces and are buried here in the Field of Honor.
This act is repeated in the 300 locations right across Canada as the No Stone Left Alone Foundation works to honor all those who have served. And this goes from British Columbia to Newfoundland and communities in between. It's projected that 100,000 poppies are going to be laid by November 11th. And we're very proud to say there are 11,000 students participating in this. No Stone Left Alone relies entirely on donor support. So if you're able, please use that QR code on your screen to learn more or make a donation. It's much, much appreciated to keep this program going. We have a message now from Her Excellency Mary Simon, Governor General of Canada, No Stone Left Alone's Vice-Regal Patron, and Amanda is going to read that for us now.
I am delighted to extend warm greetings to the students gathered at Beechmount Cemetery for the 2025 No Stone Left Alone National Remembrance Ceremony. Last spring, we commemorated the 80th anniversary of the liberation of the Netherlands and the end of the Second World War. I was in Europe at the time to honor the brave soldiers who helped to restore peace. Those who lost their lives and those who returned home, some whole, some scarred, all changed. I was touched by the Dutch people's outpouring of gratitude toward Canadian veterans, whose exemplary service and sacrifices will never be forgotten. Through their courage and determination, our heroes changed the course of history and inspired generations. We have a duty to pass on this rich heritage and learn from the past to build a better world for all. Knowing that Canadian youths are committed to this path, I look forward to the future with hope. Lest we forget Mary Simon.
Thank you. We also at this time would like to recognize our color party, veterans from our armed forces, for all of their service and their guiding presence in this ceremony over the years.
We now have a pre-recorded greeting from MP Eleanor Olzowski, Edmonton Centre.
Good evening. Bonsoir tout le monde. Tansi Tawao. I join you today from Treaty 6 territory and the Métis Nation of Alberta, District 9. Although I cannot be here with you in person, it's a true honor to send my warmest greetings for the 15th annual No Stone Left Alone ceremony and to mark the 80th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. Today, we come together to remember and to honor the courage, dedication, and sacrifice of Canada's veterans. Each name on these headstones tells a story of bravery, of commitment, and a deep love for our country. Their service reminds us of the freedoms we enjoy today and the responsibility we have to preserve them. I also want to recognize the incredible work of the No Stone Left Alone Memorial Foundation. By engaging school children and families and communities, your organization ensures that the memories of our veterans are passed down to future generations. Teaching young people about service, sacrifice, and history is essential to keeping this legacy alive. So on behalf of the Government of Canada, and as your Member of Parliament for Edmonton Centre, I extend my deepest gratitude to all veterans, their families, and the community members supporting this ceremony. Votre courage et votre dévouement nous inspirent tous. Let us take this moment to reflect, to honor these sacrifices, and to carry forward the legacy of our veterans with pride, with gratitude, and renewed commitment, lest we forget. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Hi, hi.
Thank you very much. Well, now let's please give a warm welcome here to MLA Justin Wright, representing the government of Alberta, joined by student Alexandra Levante.
Hello and good morning, everybody. My name's Alexandra Papadopoulos Labonte, and I'm a student at Riverbend Junior High School. And this is my partner, MLA Justin Wright, the MLA for Cypress and Medicine Hat, and our government's liaison for military relations.
Well, thank you, Alexandra. It's our great privilege to be here and to honor those who have come before us. Standing here before all of you to recognize and appreciate and recall the brave men and women who served in countless battles to keep the peace. Since the beginning of our country, that we are so proud to call home, more than 2.3 million Canadians have served in our armed forces, with over 120,000 recruits having paid the ultimate sacrifice. They did so to protect the futures and freedoms we enjoy as Canadians. My constituency is home to the South Alberta Light Horse, and as a reserve unit, they serve both our community and our country. Their tireless efforts demonstrate the vital partnerships between our communities and the military that they serve, while also cultivating resiliency and unity. Of course, my riding is home to many people who serve at CFB Suffield, training and working hard every day to enhance Canada's defence.
Freedom is not free, and it is earned through the blood, sweat, and tears of our fellow Canadians. Remember, our freedom must be treasured and protected forever and always.
Right here on these grounds, we are surrounded with monuments and headstones showing the names of hundreds of Alberta's loyal soldiers who have served in World War I and II. And these Albertans who paid the ultimate sacrifice must never be forgotten.
Even survivors, fighting or not, have psychological trauma from war. This trauma can be passed down from generation to generation. Personally, my great-grandparents both served in World War II. In Greece, where my family is from, there is still conscription, meaning every male from the age of 18 has to serve in the armed forces. This has affected my family, so much so that multiple generations of my family left Greece, their home, just to avoid this trauma. As a student my age in Canada, I can't even start to imagine doing that, leaving my family and all I've ever known.
It is our duty to remember and honor those Canadians who went before us. They gave their everything for our country we call home. Freedom is not given, but it is made possible by great sacrifice of those who have laid down their lives.
We remember and honor all those who have served Canada, our home, our peace, our happy place. Thank you to those families of the Armed Forces members for your strength and sacrifice, which support the resilience Canada's veterans. Remembrance Day is a somber time for reflection. It is a remembrance of sacrifices made by Canadians who fought for freedom and security. It is time to reflect upon those who have faced unimaginable horrors on a battlefield, standing resolute in the face of danger.
We will not take our freedoms for granted. We will always honor the men and women who have served and continue to serve our country, and we will support and protect them just as they have done for us. We will always acknowledge the profound losses endured by the families and friends of the fallen.
Each poppy we wear symbolizes a life given, a story untold, and a legacy that continues to inspire us. To our armed forces, words can't describe how thankful we are for your bravery and courage. Thank you for all your service, past, present, and future, so freedom can exist in Canada.
Today and every day, let us honor their courage, remember their struggles, and commit ourselves to ensuring that their sacrifices and bravery are never forgotten, lest we forget.
Thank you very much.
We will now hear a message from General Jenny Carignan, Chief of the Defence Staff.
Good day, everyone. I am General Jenny Carignan, Chief of Defence Staff. and it is my honor to stand alongside Canadian Armed Forces Chief Warrant Officer Bob McCann to mark the 15th year of No Stone Left Alone. Today we gather to recognize, reflect, and pay tribute to Canada's veterans, those who made the ultimate sacrifice, those who served, and those who continue to serve in the Canadian Armed Forces. Remembrance Day is a solemn moment for Canadians, a time to reflect on the courage and selflessness of those who defended our freedoms and values we hold dear. For the members of the Canadian Armed Forces, it is a reminder of our duty to protect Canada and uphold the legacy of those who came before us.
The act of placing a poppy on a veteran's headstone is a gesture of respect and gratitude. Each poppy represents a life. It tells a story of service, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to Canada. Through No Stone Left Alone, students across Canada bring these stories to life, ensuring that no veteran's grave is forgotten. Thousands of young Canadians from coast to coast to coast are placing poppies on thousands of graves, reading their names aloud and pausing to honor their sacrifice. This simple act carries immense meaning, connecting generations and reminding us of the cost of freedom.
To the students, your participation in No Stone Left Alone is an act of leadership and stewardship. By laying a poppy, you honor not only those who have passed, but also our veterans, serving members, and their families. You are ensuring that their sacrifices are remembered, not just today, but for years to come.
As members of the Canadian Armed Forces, we are moved by your commitment to remembrance. Each poppy you place is a pledge to carry forward the values of duty, honor, and service. It reminds us that the service of our veterans, past and present, lives on through the actions of our youth.
Today, we ensure that no stone is left alone. On behalf of the Canadian Armed Forces, we thank you, students, educators, volunteers, and communities for keeping the flame of remembrance burning brightly. Lest we forget.
All right, now I'm very pleased to introduce Colonel Robert Tesler, commander of the 3rd Canadian Division Support Group, and he's joined by Cadet Chief Petty Officer 2nd Class Sasi Kumar.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Colonel Tesler.
Good morning, Chief Petty Officer, 2nd Class Sasi Kumar. It's a beautiful day here, and it's great to see so many that have come out to support our activities today. Before we begin, I want to again acknowledge the presence of our distinguished guests with us this morning, and Maureen Bianchi-Purvis, in particular, the President of No Stone Left Alone, and also the Honorary Lieutenant Colonel of the South Alberta Light Horse. We are honored to share this day with you. Today marks the 15th anniversary of No Stone Left Alone, a milestone that commemorates over a decade of passion and effort to ensure that Canada's military history remains alive in the hearts and minds of our youth. No Stone Left Alone embraces remembrance and encourages engagement. No Stone Left Alone inspires young Canadians to connect with veterans and current serving members and to understand the legacy of service that shapes our nation.
Since 2011, No Stone Left Alone has placed over 700,000 poppies on graves to honor veterans. They held 327 ceremonies across the world in 2024 and engaged over 80,000 students to actively participate in acts of remembrance. Today is about youth like me who want to learn about our past. What is now called Veterans Week includes Indigenous Veterans Day on November 8th, to recognize thousands of Indigenous Canadians who volunteered to defend Canada during war times. We also recognize the tens of thousands of women who served Canada in the Navy, Army, and Air Force during World War II. Women such as Sergeant Lillian Mary Bianchani, whose service to the Canadian Women's Army Corps inspired this international event.
So Chief Sasi Kumar, you immigrated to Canada in 2018. As a new Canadian, What does remembrance mean to you?
I grew up in Dubai, UAE, and moved to Canada when I was 9. Coming to Canada was an exciting experience, and the cadet program was a way that I became involved with the community. As an immigrant, I've learned that being Canadian isn't just about where you're from, it's about the nation's shared values. It's about peace, service, and unity. Wearing this uniform is my way of giving back to the country that welcomed me and gave me the opportunity to serve. Colonel Teslar, what inspired you to join the Canadian Armed Forces?
So my father was also an immigrant to Canada, and hearing stories about the lives of my grandparents during the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands in World War II planted a seed about the importance of military service. But to be honest, as a young man, it was the sense of adventure and opportunity that the military offered that drove me to join. And this was the early 1990s. The Cold War was over, and the Canadian military was busy all around the world on peacekeeping missions and protecting innocent civilians. Despite our different paths, we both proudly wear a uniform today. Together, we reflect on the impact wars have had across time and space, from the Crimean War and World War I through World War II, the Korean War, and more recently Afghanistan. Conflict has left deep marks in Canada. And today, wars in Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and Africa continue to affect millions. Even here in Canada, we feel the ripple effects through our communities and our families. Although Canada is not at war, how does a young person like you feel the effects of war?
I see it in my friends and classmates who have families affected by the war in Ukraine. Even though we live far away, we can see how the fear and uncertainty still affects them. It shows me that even though Canada isn't at war, we still feel its effects. It reminds me to be grateful for peace and remember those who fought for it. Youth like me and the hundreds of youth here today are one of the reasons why No Stone Left Alone exists. Although most of us haven't experienced global conflicts and war, we want to learn more from those who have. Colonel, can you tell us how you prepare for Remembrance Day?
Like most veterans, Remembrance Day is important to me. In the time leading up to the formal ceremonies, I think a lot about the friends and family that have lost their lives or were seriously injured in the service of Canada, and the impact of that on our society. And I also try to imagine what it must have been like in the World Wars when Canada lost so many more in such a short period of time.
Thank you for sharing that with us. As youth, we are here to learn from those who have wisdom to pass down. We may not have served in wars or combat, but we carry the responsibility to remember. No Stone Left Alone's motto is to honor, to educate, and to remember. To our veterans and current serving members, I ask you today, if you see a cadet, if you see a young person, please talk to us. Share your stories, tell us about your life, your service, your memories, because when you do, we remember you. And through us, your stories live on. By learning about your stories, we will honor you and we will educate future generations who will always remember you.
Lest we forget.
Thanks so much for sharing your stories.
We'll now hear the commitment to remember from students at École Regent Park School in Winnipeg.
Commitment to remember. They were young, as we are young. They served, giving freely of themselves. To them we pledge, amid the winds of time, to carry their torch and never forget. We will remember them. We will remember them. Long as a souvenir. Identification should come new. Ils ont servi dans les générations demain. Nous leur promettons en dépit du temps qui passe, de porter le flambeau et de jamais oublier. Nous nous souviendrons d'eux. Nous nous souviendrons d'eux.
And now we'll hear In Flanders Fields. It's read by Juliana Sanzelo, a grade 5 student from Centennial School.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We it did short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much for that.
The next part of our ceremony may be new to some students watching today. You will hear the last post, followed by 2 minutes of silence, the lament, and reveille, symbolizing duty, sacrifice, remembrance, and renewal.
Please rise now if you're able as we begin with Captain Okape and the reflection of remembrance.
Respecting individual beliefs, conscience, and traditions, let us lift our hearts in prayer, reflection, meditation, or silent contemplation in remembrance of the fallen. Unissons-nous dans cette réflexion. Today, we gather to honor the courage of the soldiers, the sailors, and the air personnel who served and gave their lives for the sake of peace and freedom. Theirs was the bitter cup of battle. We honor the memory of their struggles, their pain, their sacrifice, and that of their families, past and present. Nous les respectons et les honorons tous. Reaching out to the inspiration of humanity, may our hearts always be open to strive for peace and unity, to cherish freedom and promote understanding. In memory of their ultimate sacrifice, may our own lives be lived in the love of what unites us rather than what divides us, lest we forget. En soit ainsi. Let it be so. Amen.
He's going to be coming back over our heads in just a second, I'm told here. He's got to turn around. Should mention that the pilot that went overhead here just a minute ago, and he'll be coming back shortly, I'm told, that was the fly past. That was a CF-18 Hornet. It was piloted by Captain Alexander Soup Magnaldo. And that, of course, is from the 410 Squadron from Cold Lake. Should mention, too, the Act of Remembrance read by, that we will be seeing soon here coming up, will be read by Cadet Leader Yang of the St. John Ambulance Cadets Corps. We're just on hold here for a minute until we'll be playing you that as well. We'll be getting the CF-18 Hornets coming by in just a minute. I think he's out by Wainwright or something right now. The Act of Remembrance, let's give that a listen now too, please. That's read by Cadet Leader Yang of the St. John Ambulance Cadets Corps.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we shall remember them.
All right, get ready. Very nice. Once again, that was fly past CF-18 Hornet piloted by Captain Alexander Soup Magnaldo of 410 Squadron in Cold Lake. We thank him very much.
Alrighty. The laying of the wreaths is an important part of... Oh, just kidding. Okay. The laying of the wreaths is an important part of a remembrance ceremony. You will see that wreaths have already been placed by several organizations.
On behalf of Canada Now, we have two students, I believe, up first. On behalf of the Government of Alberta, MLA Justin Wright. On behalf of the Treaty 6 First Nations, Cadet Sergeant Rain Rabbit and Lieutenant Keith Yaku. And on behalf of the Canadian Armed Forces, Colonel Eric Teslar. And behalf of No Stone Left Alone, Maureen Bianchini Purvis and Ellie McNeil.
After the wreaths are placed, dignitaries are invited to join the students in the field of honor to lay poppies and share in this commemoration.
Students placing poppies today include classes from Annunciation, St. Mary, Centennial, Riverbend Junior High, St. Bernadette, Norquest College, and cadets from all over Edmonton.
While we place poppies, we'll hear Rebecca Lappa perform No Stone Left Alone with our participating communities Crawl and Credits.
And on behalf of all the organizers here and all the volunteers, I would just like to say thank you so much for joining us today here at Beachmount in your classrooms or at home, wherever you're watching. Together, we will remember. Thanks for joining us.
That was so great.
You just got to that's it?
Well, I think, yeah, we'll get them down there and do a little bit of mingling and then.
Okay, good.
I would like to say that military might is not, we don't need it. We need love and caring. We want to love our young people, the male or female, and help them succeed over pitfalls. That's what I'm here for.
As summer breathes last and the leaves begin to change, I think of loved ones who have gone and the ones that still remain. Look up to the sky and the wind whispering to say there will be no stone left alone. Of all the kin that passed, there are many many I hold dear, but the ones who took up arms come to mind this time of year. Our servicemen and women whose sacrifice made clear there will be no stone left alone. I see my grandpa flying high as he forged on through the sky, and my uncle who came back without his mind. And though I feel blessed, there's grief weighing on my chest. There will be no stone left alone. Underneath the blood and dirt, I see how young they must have been. Outwardly they're strong, but inside they're trembling. The world's history etched into their skin. There will be no stone left alone. I see my grandpa flying high as he forged on through the sky, and my sister who came back without a limb. And though I feel blessed, there's grief weighing on my chest. There will be no stone left alone. I walk into the cemetery, everyone is here again. The children clean the headstones, the old tell stories about the names. I lay my poppy down and the others do the same. There will be no stone left alone. I see my grandpa flying high as he forged on through the sky, and my brother who came back without a friend. And though I feel blessed, there's grief weighing on my chest. There will be no stone left alone. I lay my puppy down and the others do the same. We won't stop till there's no stone left alone. As summer breathes last and the leaves begin to change, I think of loved ones who have gone and the ones that still remain. Look up to the sky and the wind whispering to say there will be no stone left alone. Of all the kin that passed, there are many I hold dear, but the ones who took up arms come to mind this time of year. Our servicemen and women whose sacrifice made clear there will be no stone left alone. I see my grandpa flying high as he forged on through the sky, and my uncle who came back without his mind. And though I feel blessed, there's grief weighing on my chest. There will be no stone left alone. Underneath the blood and dirt, I see how young they must have been. Outwardly they're strong, but inside they're trembling. The world's history etched into their skin. There will be no stone left alone. I see my grandpa flying high as he forged on through the sky, and my sister who came back without a limb. And though I feel blessed, there's grief weighing on my chest. There will be no stone left alone. I walk into the cemetery, everyone is here again. The children clean the headstones, the old tell stories about the names. I lay my puppy down and the others do the same. There will be no stone left alone. I see my grandpa flying high as he forged on through the sky, and my brother who came back without a friend. And though I feel blessed, there's grief weighing on my chest. There will be no stone left alone. I lay my puppy down and the others do the same. We won't stop till there's no stone left alone. As summer breathes last and the leaves begin to change, I think of loved ones who have gone and the ones that still remain. Look up to the sky and the wind whispering to say there will be no stone left alone. Of all the kin that passed, there are many I hold dear, but the ones who took up arms come to mind this time of year. Our servicemen and women whose sacrifice made clear there will be no stone left alone. I see my grandpa flying high as he forged on through the sky, and my uncle who came back without his mind. And though I feel blessed, there's grief